Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're going to be practicing a body scan meditation tonight. And a body scan meditation is best practiced laying down. So I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction before we get started, but I'd encourage you to use this time to get into a laying down position if that works for you. The body scan meditation is a way to reconnect ourselves with our bodies. It is also a meditation practice, so it's a great way to practice focused attention. So we'll be focusing on different parts of our body and at a time, and really taking our time to see what we feel in that particular area of the body. And you may not feel anything, and that's okay. So it may just be seeing if there's an absence of sensation in that particular body part. And I'd encourage you to lay as still as you are able. So oftentimes when we get to a particular body part, we may feel like we need to twitch or move that particular body part. But if you can, it's best to stay still as works for you and your body. And one thing I encourage people to do is if we come to a body part that may be experiencing pain or discomfort, you can use your breath to breathe in and out of that body part, or any body part that seems to need a little extra attention. Just use your breath when you get to that body part. Breathe in and out. And we want to observe any sensations that we feel, good or bad, as non-judgmentally as we can. So just noticing them without worrying about them or why they're feeling that way. Just noticing the actual quality of the sensation that you are feeling in that particular body part. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully I've given you enough time to get into position. And as you're laying down, it's best to be on your back and have your arms and legs relatively straight. So arms at your sides, heels on the ground. And if you need a little cushion under your knees, that's totally fine. So let's start with some breathing. So let's breathe in through our nose. And you can breathe out through your nose or out through your mouth, your choice. I really want you to notice how your breath feels as it's coming in through your nose. And notice how it feels as it travels down the back of your throat and into your lungs. And notice how it feels as it comes back up through your throat and out through your nose or mouth, perhaps noticing the change in temperature of the inhale versus the exhale. And I want you to notice how the ground or bed or couch, whatever it is that you're laying on, how that feels under the back of your body. Does it feel soft or firm? Does it feel warm or cool? Just noticing how it feels. Now we'll start our body scan by bringing our attention to our left big toe. Just noticing if there is some sensation coming from that left big toe. Not worrying if there isn't any. But perhaps there's some numbness or tingling. Perhaps we can feel the nail itself on that toe. Perhaps you can feel the bone inside that toe. Now let's bring our awareness to our pinky toe on that left foot. Are there any sensations on this pinky toe? Perhaps we can feel the nail here. Perhaps we can feel the bone. Just notice any sensations that may or may not be coming from the pinky toe. Now let's bring our awareness to the toes in between. Just see if there's any sensations to be felt here. Perhaps we can feel our socks, our shoes, maybe blankets, or maybe the air. Just noticing what there is to feel in our left toes. Now let's move our attention to the bones that connect our toes to our feet. Perhaps you can feel the curve of that bone. Now let's bring our attention to the balls of our feet. Perhaps there's some soreness here from walking this day. Again, if there is, just notice without judgment. Just feel any sensations that are here and notice the quality of that sensation. Now let's bring our awareness to the inner arch of that left foot. Noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from that inner arch of the left foot. And let's bring our awareness to the outer edge of that left foot. And if you have thoughts arise, maybe planning for the tomorrow or thinking about something that's happened today, I'd invite you to just notice the thought and then let it go and return to thinking about your left foot. So let's bring our awareness to the sole of that left foot. Feeling any sensations that may or may not be coming from the sole of our left foot. Now let's bring our awareness to the heel of that left foot. Perhaps there's some pressure, perhaps warmth or coolness. Just noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from the heel of that left foot. Now bring your awareness to your ankle on that left foot. Again, if you notice any pain or discomfort, you can always use your breath to breathe in and out of any body part that might need a little extra attention. Let's bring our awareness to the top of that left foot. Just feeling anything there is to feel on the top of that left foot. Let's bring our awareness to our lower left leg. Noticing the calf muscle, the shin, and perhaps even the bone. Now let's bring our awareness to our left knee, the underside of the knee, the actual bone, and the kneecap. Again, remembering we can breathe in and out of any body part we choose. Now bring your awareness to your left thigh, the underside of that thigh, perhaps feeling the pressure from the ground, bed, or couch. The top of the thigh, and maybe even that bone, the thigh bone. And then bringing our awareness to our left hip. Noticing any sensations from our hip. And using our breath to breathe in and out if we'd like. And let's bring our awareness to our pelvis. Thinking of the actual pelvic girdle, the bones that make up our pelvis, but also the organs that reside in our pelvis. Now let's shift our attention to our right big toe. Noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from that right big toe. Perhaps we can feel the nail, perhaps the bone, or perhaps nothing at all. Let's bring our awareness now to our right pinky toe. Feeling any sensations that may or may not be arising from our right pinky toe. Now let's bring our awareness to the toes in between. Again, noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from this area of our body. And using your breath to breathe in and out of any parts that may need some attention. Now bring your awareness to the bones that connect our toes to our foot. See if we can feel the curvature of those bones. Now let's bring our awareness to the top of our underside of our right foot. And now the inner arch of that right foot. Noticing any tingling, numbness. I'm not worrying if we're not feeling anything at all. Now bring your awareness to that outside of that right foot. Noticing without judgment any sensations that may or may not be coming from the outer edge of our right foot. And bring your awareness to the sole of that right foot. Again, if we notice any pain or discomfort, we can breathe in and out of that body part. Now let's bring our awareness to the heel of that right foot. Perhaps noticing pressure from whatever surface it is we're laying on. And now bring your awareness to your right ankle. Noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from our right ankle. And bring your awareness to the top of that right foot. Feeling any sensations that may or may not be coming from there. Let's bring our awareness to our lower right leg. Noticing our calf, any pressure that may be on our calf muscle. Noticing our shins. Perhaps feeling the bone in that lower right leg. And bring your awareness to the right knee, the underside of the kneecap, the actual joint itself. And bring your awareness to your right thigh, noticing any pressure from underneath your thigh. Noticing how the top of the thigh feels, and perhaps feeling the bone. Let's bring our awareness to our right hip. Again, remembering we can breathe in and out of any body parts that might need some attention. Let's bring our awareness to our pelvis again. Feeling the bones of the pelvis. Seeing what we can feel of the organs housed inside our pelvis. And shifting around to our buttocks. Perhaps noticing pressure here. Maybe warmth or coolness. And bringing our awareness to our lower back. Feeling any sensations that may or may not be coming from our lower back. Perhaps feeling the curvature of our spine. using our breath to bring extra relaxation to any body part that might need it. And then bringing our awareness to our stomach and abdomen. Perhaps noticing the rise and fall as we breathe. Taking a moment to notice the organs housed inside our lower abdomen. Using our breath as needed to bring extra attention. Now bring your awareness to your upper back, the shoulder blades. Again, noticing possible pressure, maybe some tightness. Just noticing what you feel or don't feel from this area of your body. Now bring your awareness to the front part of your upper chest. Perhaps noticing the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Taking a moment to bring your awareness to your organs inside your upper chest. Heart, lungs. And let's bring our awareness to our shoulders. Noticing any sensations that may be coming from our shoulders. Using our breath to breathe in and out of our shoulders if needed. Now let's shift our attention to our thumbs on both hands. Perhaps noticing the nail bed on those thumbs or the bone. And then let's notice our pinkies on both hands. Perhaps you notice numbness or tingling, or perhaps nothing at all. Again, trying to remain as still as we can during this practice. Now let's bring our awareness to our fingers in between, noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from these fingers. Perhaps feeling the bones. Feeling the knuckles. Let's bring our awareness to our palms. Perhaps we can feel the air against our palms. Perhaps there's pressure, maybe warmth or coolness. Noticing anything that you may or may not be feeling from your palms. And now bring your awareness to the tops of your hands, feeling whatever may or may not be coming from the tops of your hands. And again, if you have thoughts that arise during this practice, it's completely normal. Just notice them and then bring your awareness back to the body part that we're on. So let's shift now to our wrists, noticing anything that we may or may not be feeling from our wrists. Let's bring our awareness to our lower arms, noticing our underarms, tops of our arms, and then perhaps the bone. Let's bring our awareness to our elbows, noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from our elbows. And now bring your awareness to your upper arms, to the underside of your arms, to the tops of your arms, perhaps feeling the bone. Now bring your awareness to your armpits. Just notice any sensations that may or may not be coming from your armpits. And bring your awareness now back to your shoulders. Again, using your breath to breathe in and out of your shoulders if you'd like. Let's bring our awareness to the front of our throat, perhaps feeling the air against our skin. And now let's bring our awareness to the back of our neck. Again, breathing in and out of any body parts that you'd like. Let's bring our awareness now to the back of our head. Perhaps noticing pressure. And bring our awareness to the top of our head. Notice any sensations that may or may not be coming from the top of our head. And let's slide our awareness down over our temples and forehead, feeling any sensations that may or may not be coming from this area of our body. And then let's bring our awareness to our eyes and our eye sockets. And now let's move our awareness to our ears, noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from our ears. Let's bring our awareness to our cheeks. Again, breathing in and out of any body part as you'd like. Let's bring our awareness now to our nose. Perhaps notice again how the air feels as it enters our nose and how it feels as it exits our nose. And bringing our awareness to our mouth and lips and tongue and teeth. Noticing any sensations coming from this area of our body. Perhaps feeling our tongue against the roof of our mouth. Perhaps feeling the pressure of our lips together. Or perhaps the sensation of the air going in and out of our mouth. And bring your awareness to your chin, Noticing any sensations that may or may not be coming from our chin. Now I'd like you to use your imagination to imagine there is a hole on the top of your head that you can breathe in and out of like a whale. And now use your imagination that you have a hole on the soles of your feet that you can also breathe in and out of. We're going to take a deep breath in through this imaginary hole on the top of our head. And we're going to imagine exhaling out this hole on the soles of our feet. And let's breathe in through that hole in the soles of our feet. And out the hole on the top of our head. Let's do that again, breathing in through the top of our head. And exhaling to the bottoms of our feet. I invite you to continue to do that at your own pace for 3 more breaths. And then continue to breathe easy. Taking a moment to notice how your body feels as a whole. Perhaps you feel more relaxed. Perhaps you feel lighter. Just noticing what there is to feel without judgment. I welcome you to continue laying down in this position for as long as you'd like. Thank you for joining me tonight. And if you enjoyed this meditation, you will find it on my YouTube channel page of Gentle Wellness Strategies. Namaste, and enjoy the rest of your evening.